All right, Phil. Just want to give you this little video clip. Remember yesterday I spoke to you about me making my own magnesium solution to keep and maintain the magnesium in my tank. So here is the two big bags of 25 pounds Epsom salt that I purchased on eBay. This is magnesium sulfate, 25 pounds. I bought it extra fine, so it dissolves pretty good. See, it says extra fine. And I also bought the magnesium chloride flakes here. So I have to mix 5 cups of this magnesium with 3 cups of this magnesium sulfate here. And I mix it in this 2-gallon jug. So this is the solution here. So I use 1 gallon of RODI water with the combination of this Epsom salt and this Epsom salt, and it's pretty much the same thing that they sell in the bottles at the fish store for like 18, 19, 20 bucks. So with this amount of magnesium that I purchased, which is a lot cheaper, I can actually it works out cheaper for me, and I'll have the use of these 2 bags for quite some time, so I don't have to keep going out there. And that's just one way of maintaining my magnesium without spending a lot of money in the long run, because if I keep going and buying these small bottles, it's not cost effective. So this is one thing I do to keep the cost of maintaining my tank as low as possible. So I mix this, I shake it up, and it dissolves, and I put the desired amount in my tank to maintain my magnesium level. I also use this trace element. It's called Replenish. It's made by Brightwell Aquatics. Trace elements. I mean, this little bottle is, you see the price, that's like $16.99. This is like 17 bucks for this little bottle, and it's only like 8.45 ounces. So I put this in my tank. I think it's like 1 capful for every 25 gallons of tank water, or it might be less, yeah, something like that. So I use this to maintain the trace elements, because my skimmer is keeping my tank clean and all that stuff, and the macroalgae. If you look at my tank over here, you'll see where it's looking pretty good, so with dosing the magnesium, I also mix calcium. This is my calcium bottle. I buy the actual powdered calcium, and again I mix it with the RODI water, and I drip this in my tank, to maintain my calcium. So I don't go out and buy the actual calcium supplements from the fish store, because it's too expensive, So I mix my own, magnesium, and I mix my own calcium, and I also mix my own alkalinity solution to keep my alkalinity up in my tank. So here's my tank fill. It's looking, good. Here's my blue coral. Once your tank settles down, I'm going to break you off a piece of this coral so you can get it started in your tank. Here's my green coral. You can notice how my green coral is moving with the water flow. That is the kind of flow that I have in my tank. That is provided by my 2 Ecotech Vortex pumps. This is the kind of flow that you need to have in your tank as well, to keep things from settling on the sand bed. So over to my left here, I have this MP10 pump. Alright, I think this is my MP10 right here. Right, that's giving me the water flow in my tank. And over on the right side here, I have this MP10. Right, well, this is an MP40, I should say. So I have an MP40 and an MP10 that is providing me the flow in my tank. And you can tell again, and it's a random flow. It's not it gives different patterns. So so the flow is so different in my tank, so it prevents dead spots. And you can tell by the way how this coral is moving that I have a nice flow in my tank, good flow, that nothing settles on my sand bed. I have no green in my tank, and this is done by those 2 vortex. You can see how my green coral is whipping around in the water That's the kind of flow you need to have in your tank as well. And if you notice, it's not hitting my fish at all. If you notice, my fishes are swimming fine, like there's nothing going on. So it's strong enough to move my coral, but it doesn't blast my fishes, And that's a good thing about the Ecotech Vortex pumps, And they can't get sucked into it. It's graded, so see how my little clown is swimming past it. It doesn't try to suck him in. So the last piece of equipment that you'll need to get, Phil, once you get the skimmer, is for you to acquire like an MP10 and an MP40 Vortex. And once you get that, you should be good to go. You should not have anything settling on your sand bed, So these are the things I'm doing. I'm going to make a next video clip. Once I pull out the skimmer, I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to go through a video sequence with you to show you how I set it up, how I maintain it, things you got to look out for, how to adjust it. So that's going to be in the second part of the video clip once I pull it out sometime this week. But again, Phil, I mix my own magnesium, I mix my own calcium, and I do this, and it keeps it keeps my costs low. Because every time I go to the store and I have to buy one of those bottles of things, it's like $20. And for this $40 investment here with the two different salts, Epsom salt, I have over a year's supply of stuff, which is pretty good. So again, these are the things that they don't tell you about. It's the same magnesium that you're looking at here is the same magnesium that they put in the bottles and sell you in the fish stores. Alright, Phil, so I'll go ahead and send you this video clip, and I'll send you the one for the skimmer sometime next week. Talk to you soon.